All right, so we're diving deep today, folks, into the world of real estate. I was looking over this material, Texto Pagado, from DAPHLIANA Brokers Realty in Cana.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, let's just say it got me thinking about all those real estate agents we've encountered.
Yeah.
The ones with personalities that are larger than life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes you wonder how they even got into the business.
Right. You see all types.
Like we always talk about that classic image of the agent.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean.
The one oozing confidence. Maybe a little too much sometimes.
Oh, yeah, the one who thinks they've got it all figured out.
But this Texto Pagado thing, it really dives into how all that bravado, well, it's not always a good thing.
It can really backfire, huh?
Big time, yeah. Like you'd think, wouldn't you, that a really confident agent would be amazing at networking.
Oh, for sure.
But Texto Pagado actually says that they can miss out on making some great connections because, they just assume they already know everyone who matters.
Yeah, I see that. Like, they close themselves off to new possibilities.
Exactly.
Because they think they've already arrived.
It's like they've already reached the top of the mountain.
And they're missing out on all the cool stuff happening on the other side.
And what's worse, is that kind of overconfidence can make them a little resistant to new ideas.
Oh, totally. Like, think about all the tech tools and stuff that's out there now to help agents do their jobs better. It's constantly changing,
It's mind-blowing.
But these overconfident types, they might be like, nah, I've been doing this for years. The old ways are the best ways.
Right, exactly. And, sometimes they're even afraid to ask for help, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's like asking for help is a sign of weakness for them.
They'd rather stumble around in the dark,
Rather than admit they don't know something.
Pride before the fall.
Mm.
But, Texto Pagado doesn't just stop with the overly confident agent.
Oh, no, it covers the other end of the spectrum too, right?
Exactly. The other side of the coin.
The pessimists.
Yeah, those agents who are kind of paralyzed by fear.
Oh, I know the type. The ones who are always talking about how bad the market is.
Always focusing on the negative.
And, they end up missing out on opportunities because they're too afraid to take any risks.
It's almost like they're talking themselves out of deals before they even start.
Exactly.
It's almost like both overconfidence and pessimism.
It's funny, right?
Well, yeah, because these seem like total opposites.
They are.
But they can actually lead to the same bad results for agents.
Absolutely. Whether you're too cocky or too timid, you're going to have a tough time in this business.
Exactly. And that's where I think the advice from Texto Pagado comes in.
Okay, yeah.
It's all about finding that balance, right?
Yeah.
Confidence, yeah, but it's got to be rooted in competence.
Mm-hmm. You got to know your stuff, stay up to date on the market, hone your skills.
Exactly. And even if you're prone to being pessimistic, it's about, focusing on what you can control.
Absolutely. Breaking down those big goals into smaller steps that feel doable.
Right. And celebrating even the small wins along the way.
Yeah. And you know what? I was thinking, this advice isn't just for real estate agents, is it?
Oh, absolutely not. It's applicable to, anyone in any profession, really.
Totally. Because we all face those moments of doubt and uncertainty.
Right. We all have to figure out how to balance confidence with a willingness to learn and grow. And I think that's the biggest takeaway from Texto Pagado.
It really is. It makes you stop and think, where do I fall on that spectrum?
Yeah, it's a good question to ask yourself. And maybe, even more importantly, what are the little signs, the subtle things that might be telling you that you're leaning too far in one direction or the other?
That's a great point to leave our listeners with. What are those little red flags in your own job, in your own career, that might be telling you to check yourself?
Exactly. Are you closing yourself off to new opportunities, or are you letting fear hold you back? And how can you find that sweet spot, that balance of confidence and a desire to learn and keep getting better?
Something to think about, folks.
Food for thought.
And on that note, we'll wrap things up here. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this deep dive with anyone who might benefit from a little self-reflection.
Spread the word.
Until next time, folks.
See you then.